Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kill, and this is the third episode of the Python tutorial for beginners. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over the if statement and conditionals and how this sort of ties into what we've learned so far. So let's get right into it. Let's say we have a chess club, and you have to be 18 to get in, right? And we have an online fill out sheet, and people go, and that's where they fill out the form to get in. So we're going to set the age to get into 18, and we're going to ask them how old they are. So input, do that, and then we'll go, how old are you? Question mark, and then new line. And if you remember, the new line character puts everything below one another, just looks better. So this is how we're asking for their age. And we're going to say if age is greater than or equal to 18, we're going to print welcome to the club. And so let's run that. Keep it simple to begin with. How old are you? Let's say 21. Enter. Welcome to the club. So the if statement is evaluating whether or not this condition that we've just set is true. And if it is true, it executes the indented code right below it. So you might have 5 lines here, but it'll all be indented at least this far. Some is nested, so it means it's a little bit further in. We'll talk about that later, but that's how you know that this belongs to this statement, is because it's indented below it. This is very important for Python specifically. So right now it evaluates whether or not this is true, and if it is true, it prints this, but if it isn't, it doesn't. So let's run it again, and let's see what it does if we're not 18. Let's say we're 16. It doesn't do anything, right? Because we haven't told it to. And that's where we get into the else statement. So if age is greater than or equal to 18, print welcome to the club. Else, then you do your colon, enter, and you see it pre-indents everything. So this is where we put our print statement, what we want it to say. And we'll say, sorry, you're not old enough. Okay, so let's run it again. How old are you? We'll say 19. Welcome to the club. And then we'll say 12. How old are you? Sorry, you're not old enough. Okay, so let's say we have we want to make it a little bit more than that, right? This is what the program executes if the condition is true, and this is what the program executes if the condition is false. So, but what if we want to check for several different things, right? We'll go in between, and that's where we have elif. Elif is a combination of if and else, and basically it's another version of if. It just allows us to check several more conditions before we set, and this is usually what you'll use an else for, is you'll set a default condition down here, and we'll allow this to be the default for right now. Let's add another line just to sort of get some organized. Okay, and we'll say elif age is greater than, let's say 14. If age is older than 14, print and we're gonna say you should check with our junior division. We'll also add not old enough for our club. Okay, so we could have done this a little more simple, but it's okay. So if age is greater than or equal to 18, we're going to print welcome to the club. If age is greater than 14, but not 18, we're going to print you're not old enough for our club, but you should check with our junior division. Else, print sorry, you're not old enough. So anything below 14 is going to get the else. So let's run this. And again, we'll start with the true condition. We'll say 18. Welcome to the club. All right. We'll run it again. How old are you? Let's say 14. Sorry, you're not old enough. So if you noticed, I just typed 18 here and it allowed us in, but when I typed 14, it defaulted to the else, the false condition, and that's because we only said if age is greater than 14. We didn't say greater than or equal to. That's an important distinction. So let's do it again. How old are you? Let's say 15. Oop, I'm typing in the wrong place. You have to click the terminal. 15. And here we go. You're not old enough for our club. You should check with our division, or our junior division. So that's nice. Let's make sure everything still works down the line. We'll say 13. Sorry, you're not old enough. So what we've just done is we've given our program some decision-making capabilities. So if you could imagine back in the day, there's somebody sitting at a table and you walk up and they're asking these questions. How old are you? Oh, if you're this age, you can come over here. If you're, blah, 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 blah. So we're basically creating the dialogue of a person and we're putting them in this program so as they can evaluate all of this for us, and that's what our program does. And that's what you do with all programs. And this is super, super useful. So you could have many, many conditions as far as elifs. You could have as many elif statements as you want. And once you get into, making, game specifically, you'll have a bunch of elif statements and different conditions and stuff like that. Hey guys, this is Keel from the future in the editing phase of things, and I actually recorded this episode in 2 segments, and the following segment has logical operators being combined with the if statements. But somehow the audio is completely gone. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, get it out, and then re-record it, and we'll do a 3.5. But yeah, after that, I think we'll get into the habit of just doing 4, 5, 6, 7. But for some reason, this is how it played out, but that's okay. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you next time.